Today, we are going to talk about how to neutralize negative thoughts, heal trauma, and brainwash yourself for happiness and positivity. What is the thought? Thought, as a reflex, begins with sensory input from the external world. Then, neural processing in your brain makes it into a long-term memory or a blueprint. Then, you communicate it to yourself and others, and that mobilizes your body with the behavior, which then becomes your state. The thing is that you exist beyond your thought. You do not depend on your thoughts for your heart to work. So if you are completely knocked out and you are unconscious, where you are in the brain state of delta, of no thoughts activity or thought cycling in your brain, your autonomic nervous system, autonomic means automatic, still running your body on autopilot. It is still running your body no matter what. The heart is still working, it is beating. So actually your body is unconscious mind and it is a machine. But the thoughts, your thoughts, make your feelings. And your feelings make emotions, and emotions make your behaviors, and that affects your quality of life, physically and mentally. Now, what is emotion? Emotion means emotion or electrical motion that affect your body chemically. If you see something unusual happening and you associate it with fear, you instantly react and your body tremors and you get shakes, sweats, and it is affected physically and you become anxious. So depending on what you experience, you conclude it into a thought. And it could give you a fight and flight emotion, or heartbreaking emotion, or happy and ecstatic emotion, or any kind of emotion for that matter. And it will still affect your body, positively or negatively. So suffering or ecstasy is induced by your thoughts, because thought is electricity for motion, electricity that mobilizes your body. It is chemical that enters your body like an injection, and you are actually a factory of it. You manufacture your thoughts, you do, and you can always decide what quality of the thoughts you are making. Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to Natasha's show, episode number 6, Neutralize Negative Thoughts, Heal Trauma, and Brainwash Yourself for Happiness and Positivity. Let's begin, baby. The fact is, you are not born negative. You learn to think negative thoughts as you grow, obtaining external programs and wirings from other people and mass media, and you can unlearn it as successfully as you learned it. Thoughts control your feelings. Feelings control your actions. So changing your thoughts and inner conversation, the self-talk, will impact your inner and outer communications and change your quality of life. It is totally self-regulatory, okay? You can recreate your thoughts patterns and you can train yourself to think positively, and by practicing it consistently, it will rewire your brain into positive thought circuitry. We must understand one thing, that our reptile brain will always want to take us where it is comfortable and familiar and safe. Our subconscious brain is built to plan, to fight and run, to default to safety and prepare for rainy days. And this is our 95% of body's capacity job. We are designed to do it automatically, okay? However, the unfamiliar is a super conscious activity, which is our 5% of body's job, going from within. Mindfulness, stillness, the flow, the technique of tricking your mind into peace and tranquility through awareness, living in your imagination, and using it as your daily protective lenses, tweaking your perception with wishful assumptions, applying it daily, revisioning negative events, practicing it daily, and also using your positive affirmation. Being positive or negative is a decision. You are the creator. You are the master of your mind, okay? You can decide to be a creator of a positive you. You choose to be positive. The word decision comes from Latin language, and it means to cut off from. And the choice of being positive comes from you. It's being happy and feeling in peace. We will put it into the steps. Step number 1, realize your existence. Dwell on your existence. Realize you exist. Close your eyes and feel your heartbeat. Your body, which is run by your mind, by your ANS, your autonomic nervous system, your autopilot, is self-serving mechanism. It serves your body like a car. It drives you no matter what. All it needs is the right direction and maintenance. You tell your car or your body where and when to drive you, and it will, but only if you communicate it efficiently. So your body, which is your mind, are 95%, and your superconscious mind, your cortex, is your 5%. And that is what controls and decides your destination. So could you marginalize the 95% works of your mind that runs and reasons your body? The answer is no, you can't do that. It is like a humongous, powerful child that is very, very intelligent and genius, while also very complex and capricious, and needs to be taken seriously and handled with care. Now, human brains all need the right communication. The communication is redundant, actually, 95% out of 100. It run incorrectly. Why? Because every other than conscious mind or subconscious mind or brain has different multidimensional perceptions. That includes your primary and secondary type of perception, which is visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and your brain dominance, left or right, and your type of suggestibles. Are you direct or you inferred? Inferred means indirect. So only when you identify this and you use it correctly as a ratio for each person, then communication will elicit the response, as opposed to communicating redundantly and eliciting no response, or eliciting exasperation and negative reaction. To identify that is not that hard. Example, how you dress, how you walk, and how you talk, and what predicates you're using in your conversation. Predicates is your verbs with subjects, gives away your perceptual method. Also, your brain dominance could be found out as well. If you put your thumb directing it to the corner and line it up with the line, the center of the corner, then you close your right eye. If the corner didn't move with you closing the right eye, you are right brain dominant, okay? But if you closed your left eye and corner didn't move, you are left brain dominant. What does it mean? Left brain dominant means that you're analytical brain, and right brain dominance means that you are creative brain. That is very important to consider those things in your ratio of perception. Now, how do you identify whether you are direct suggestible or you are inferred suggestible, which is indirect? If you're listening to this video right now and you're going, oh, I don't believe this, it would never work with me, you are inferred, you are indirect, you will never take a suggestion directly. But if you're listening to this video and you go, oh, I actually can do that, it sounds right with me, So then you are a direct suggestible. Now, how to identify whether you are visual, auditory, or kinesthetic perceptor? You look at the clothes you're wearing. If you are wearing comfortable clothes, comfortable and a little bit, like loose and not so looking pretty, and you never match the colors, you are most probably a kinesthetic perceiver. But if you are neatly dressed and always matching colors, or neatly dressed, you are visual, okay? Now, if you're auditory type, you would most probably be conservative dresser. You will dress up as a conservative person. Not too much, colors not important, but neatly dressed though, very accurately dressed. Then you are auditory person. Also, a lot of things come to place identifying your perception mode and type is when you are walking with your feet out, then you are kinesthetic. And when you're walking with feet straight, you're most probably auditory or visual. Why it is so important? Because we're trying to communicate with no downtime. When you communicate to yourself with no downtime, you actually get where you want to get. Okay, step number 2. As we identified ourselves with perception type, then we can be very efficiently communicating with ourselves. First of all, each time when your negative thought pops up, ask yourself, is your thought useful? And how does it behave? Okay. Then ask it in your perception type, visual. Do you see your thought is useful? What does your behavior look like? And look up and go to the right or to the left. If you're auditory, ask yourself, do your thoughts sound useful? Is their behavior sound good to you? And look to the side, left to right or right to left or vice versa. If you think you are kinesthetic, you have to ask, do your thoughts feel useful to you? How do they behave? How does it feel like? And you look down. When you look down, you access your feelings so you can answer yourself. You will reason with yourself asking that question. And you will think, do these thoughts actually serve you to start with? Then the second trick is you have to replace your thoughts by flipping them in a contrary way all the time. If you think I am not enough, you say I am enough. If you say to yourself I am fat, you say I am so slender. If you say to yourself in your thoughts, I am so stupid, you say, I am genius, I am so smart. If in your thoughts you say to yourself, I am a loser, I am not worth it, say, I am an utter success, I am a machine. And if you say to yourself, I am so tired, I am exhausted, you reply, no, I am not. I am beaming with energy. I am a machine. I am unstoppable. Okay? Step number 3, replace your words by flipping them in a completely opposite way. When talking to people, have one golden rule. Words cannot be void. If they come out, they will act. As simple as that. It is a physical parcel being sent by you that is sent to that person it is addressed. And if it is sent to yourself or to you, that is even worse. You will receive it instantly, like an electric shock. So if you say, I'm sick and tired, I wish I could go blind not to see what I'm seeing right now. It is a terrible thing to say to yourself. You have addressed it to you, and that involves your health. Flip before you say it. Flip it. You already caught yourself thinking that, so you have to flip it complete opposite way. Just realize thought coming first into your mind, and then you spit it out. So to catch it is not that hard actually. Just before it comes out, you go, not gonna say that, and rethink it and then say something nice. Remember, thought comes first, then word comes out, and you can always flip it the opposite way. You are very, very powerful. You just have to practice that, okay? Just flip it. If something comes up on your mind saying, oh, life is shit, or it's too hard, just say, no, life is wonderful, you know? Just flip it. Just understand that every word indicates a part of the body. When you say things like a verb, it's predicate, you say, I can't stand, means you're standing on it. And if you constantly say, I can't stand it, then you're bothering your legs. So that is going to go into your legs. It is constantly corresponding, words corresponding body parts. Now, step number 4, adore yourself. Adore yourself and practice self-compassion and self-love. Be kind to yourself. Constantly express self-love, words and thoughts towards yourself. Loving yourself is a number 1 priority no matter what. You can say to yourself, I am wonderful, I am so beautiful, I am lovely, I am handsome, I am very clever, I am genius, I am walking encyclopedia, literally, okay? I am so supportive and attentive towards others. I am very positive. I light up the room when I walk in. People adore me. They adore me. And people love me. They love me. I am mesmerizing. Express kindness and compassion to yourself as much as you would to a beloved friend or to your special person, to your husband, to your wife. Hug yourself regularly. You have to give yourself a hug. It's very, very important. And say things like, oh, I did so well. I am doing better and better every day. Now, step number 5. This is a crucial step and we have to pay attention to it carefully. Gratitude and saying thanks is essential. Express gratitude starting in the morning in a drowsy state. Practice it every day. It is so important. Practicing gratitude every day, doing anything, starting in waking up state, then going into shower or walking or just doing dishes or doing something, doing your chores is very important. What does it do to your body expressing gratitude? Even though it comes not easy to some people to say thank you or I'm thankful for this or thanks for that, it puts you into a motion of receiving things. And when you are in the emotion of receiving things, you think blessed. You think, wow, I am gifted. It's a gift. Somebody gave it to me. It is amazing. It is amazing to list things that belong to you and actually giving it a reason, giving it an importance. You say, you know, how many countries right now struggling with having things and how many people are struggling with having things. And if you are having them, you are a blessed person. And to express gratitude, oh, thanks for that, or I am grateful for my house, or I'm grateful for my beautiful husband, or I am grateful for my beautiful wife, I am grateful for my health, I'm grateful for food in the fridge. It will put you into a recognition of things that you are possessing. It's a beautiful, beautiful emotion. And you start feeling this and you start moving with this like, I have it, you know, I've got it. Because gratitude is the state of receiving abundance emotionally, okay? And this is such a powerful thing. Now, step number 5, replace your vision about things. Like we tend to predict things for ourselves. Replace your rational and negative predictions about your reality, your 3D things that you have to do on a regular basis. Little things that can be frustrating in a day. Like going to the shops, to grocery shops, and you can arrive and have items out of stock, for example. You're already thinking in your mind, oh, I'm going to arrive and it's not going to be there. So you have to turn it around. You say, I always arrive to the place and I have everything I want. Or for example, you know, when we drive in a car, we constantly think, oh, I'm never going to get car park. Or, you know, or I'm going to get stuck in the traffic. You change and flip it completely. You have to remember that you have to prepare for things that you want to have, and always reaffirm that where you're going is going to be guaranteed car parking there. You're always going to arrive on time, and everything will flow effortlessly for you, and you will get what you want. You have to take a bigger snapshot of that picture that you are arriving to in a positive way and say, I always get what I want when I go through things. I always have a very, very successful meetings when I go to the meetings. I always get in shops what I want because everything is always in stock what I want. And I always get car park in the place where I expected to have. I always practice that and I always get that. It's so good. It's very, very healthy. I always say to myself, I never stand in queues. I am the chosen one. I always get in. You can say, I am so lucky. I always flow with everything I do effortlessly through anything. I always get away with anything. I always get anything I want. Practice visualization. Visualization meditation is the most powerful thing ever. I'm telling you this because I do it twice a day at least. Again, by doing this, by affirming gratefully that you always have everything you want and your life is taken care of, you start experiencing receiving emotions. Receiving emotions are extremely positive for the body. So then what happens? You vibrate in synchronicity, and that creates synchrodestiny for you, and you receive what you want because you going from the field of plenty, from unified field of quantum and from within. Not looking at the external and going from, oh, how do I feel? What do I think? And then feeling it. But you acting from within. You affirm something and you say, oh, it's happening to me right now. It's happening to me right now. As simple as that. Step number 7, recognition and admiration of effort. You have to understand that it's so important to recognize and acknowledge your achievements. It is absolutely crucial for you, for self-esteem, for self-love. The thing is that if you show up and you put effort into something you do, you are an achiever, as simple as that. There is no failures, but only experiences which make us learn and grow an inch or two. Growth is a positive achievement and success. And it's not small, it's huge. Acknowledge your success and reward yourself with praise, a little word, nice word or two, every day. Say to yourself, every day, in every way, you are getting better and better and better again. Step number 8, revision. And this is when it is so magical. Revision. If you had a past event that completely traumatized you, you can revise it to a fiction. It depends what type of perception you've got, and to get and penetrate it through your subconscious brain, it is possible. It is possible. I know it is very clever and it is very easily plateauing, but it is very, very possible for you to get through with your fiction, telling yourself that what happened to you happened completely different, and I will explain how. You must revise your past events by recalling your past event into a complete La La Land story. For some, it will come easy. Those types are usually direct suggestibles. Revise it verbally, write it down, and then read it to yourself. To the conviction, to impress yourself till you smile, till you physically smile. Do it over and over again until you feel satisfied, okay? Now, for indirect or inferred suggestibles, if you identified yourself that you are indirect and you won't take it easily, if you identified as a right brainer, creative brain, or left brainer, analytical brain, you are a Sherlock Holmes, okay? If you are indirect suggestible, you are a Sherlock Holmes. Convince yourself in your revision as if you were getting criminally charged by authorities and sentenced to imprisonment, okay? This is how specific you have to be. You have to convince yourself because you're very clever. Your brain is very clever and it will not take suggestion easily. So you will have to get very, very down creative into detail to convince your analytical brain with the detail that happened to you. You will have to get into the story precisely and tell yourself to convince yourself as if you were criminally charged. This is how important it is. You have to do it. Why we have to do this? Because when you revise things, your brain doesn't know, is it true or is it fiction? Because you're telling it to yourself and you're convincing yourself, your brain will not know the difference. But what will happen, you will charge yourself emotionally and your emotions will change because your result of your story will be a happy ending. You will smile and you will feel it, and that will mobilize your body with feeling this electrical chemical injection of happiness. Okay? Now, if you practice this exercise of revision every day, you can practice it 3 times a day. You can practice it 4 times a day if you need to. You can write it down if you need to. If you're a kinesthetic person, will work for you, writing it down and then reading it to yourself. But if you're a visual person, you can visually imagine yourself these things or tell yourself a story if you are an auditory person. There are many steps of approaching it, but you can do it. You can do it. Just get creative and excited with it and do it all the time. It works. I'm telling you, 1 day will pass, 2 days will pass, 3 days will pass, and your trauma will no longer will have the same heaviness, the same colors, the same sounds as it was before. And by doing it all the time with denial, it didn't happen to me. I have an alibi. It's an alibi with witnesses in it. You have a proof in your story by bringing people into it. For example, you can revise it to the thing that you have done something and then your friends were there and they saw you do it and it was fantastic and it was a happy ending and then revision happened to your likings. And you will impress yourself. Eventually you will. It's just you have to, practice with creativity of telling story to yourself instead of the trauma that you relived or some terrible past experience that you had. You can always reconvince yourself that that did not happen. It did not. I will write a different story what happened to me on a day and on a date of me thinking that what happened to me. Okay, just be specific, be creative, consider your perception type, and you will succeed. I'm telling you, just be persistent and stay on it. Stay on it. Step number 9, meditate. Meditate, get into the flow and practice your meditations. Getting into the sets, sleep to awaken state, or your drowsy state before you fall asleep is very important because you are naturally in theta mode and theta brainwave, where you access your subconscious mind. And when you are in a theta brainwave, it's so easy to get to your subconscious mind effortlessly and just rewrite it, reprogram it. In your meditations to neutralize your negative thoughts, you have to apply a lot of love and positivity. So I say to myself, I love being positive. I choose positive thoughts. I feel so good being positive. Being positive is not what I do, but it is who I am. I am a positivity embodied as me. I am pure potential and utter positivity. Envision your desired state. Envision it. You have to roll your eyes right up to get into this subconscious knocking out condition, You getting into a theta mode very quickly when you roll eyes up and you lying down there and you are relaxing. or you can use also binaural beats, which elicit you into a theta state mode. And I will include those links down below in my video. So envision your desired state means your desired state of being positive and happy. You envision doing something in a place of plenty, in a place of your comfort. It could be a beach, a beautiful warm place where you usually feel yourself comfortable and safe, or in the forest, or in your garden, or in your couch. I don't know what it is, but you can create that space for you and go there all the time and practice your meditations in your mind. Envision yourself being in that place and practice your meditations. It is so powerful, I swear to God. You actually can feel that light between your eyebrows. You can feel it, you can see it, and it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And whatever you think goes. It is literally sinking into your subconscious mind as you just enjoying yourself. And it becomes automatic if you practice it every day. I swear to God. I do it for as long as I can remember. And it happens automatically. I am there. I am there, and it's a success every time. Now, on your meditations, if you identified yourself as in a third type, which is indirect type of taking suggestions, by doing your meditations, I would suggest strongly for you, before every line, like I am positive, I am positivity, I am pure potential positivity, you can put a grateful word like I am so thankful for being positive. I am so grateful for being pure positivity. When you would add those gratitude words, it will put you into emotion of receiving. You can do it both ways. You can do it without gratitude words and then with gratitude words. To memorize those things is very, very easy. It's literally possible. Anybody can do it. You just read it twice and then practice it. Each time it will go better and better and better again. Okay, now let's round up that video. I already took too long as per usual. Step number 10, trust the flow. Trust the flow of the nature. Trust the flow of the universe. It is constant and it is 100% reliable. You don't have to think about tomorrow. Tomorrow always comes, no matter what. It didn't fail through wars and millenniums and evolutions. It never failed. Sun was always there and moon was always there. This natural force of natural cycle and flow of nature and flow of universe never failed anyone, and it will never fail you. It is so powerful and constant. It never fails. It is a constant exchange and circulation. Circulation, circulation, circulation. Get into the flow of the feeling of weightlessness. Get into the imagery where you are safe, warm, and protected in your comfort zone, in your comfort place, as I told you, your beautiful imaginary place to be, the beach, the forest, the garden, whatever it is. As my daughter likes to say, she likes to imagine herself somewhere around the terracotta beautiful stone house with a gorgeous garden on a beautiful couch where she lies down under the sun, and it's so warm and comfortable that she feels safe and protected. So that will instantly induce you into the flow and a feeling of weightlessness, no worries, and you will reach the state of I amness. I am, I exist. My world is always taking care of me. I just flow. Just be there. Just be in your I amness and the knowledge of your existence. And do nothing. Just enjoy the moment. The thing is, the most important thing is that you exist. Your world is in you. And you decide your world for you. You build your own reality and you are the master of it, and nobody else is responsible for it but you. What you say goes, what you think goes. You decide your world for you. All you need to do is just relax and flow. You are the boss and there is no other No other, as simple as that. You are the one. You are the master, the creator. Relax and be sure. There is always tomorrow. The dawn never fails. Everything passes. And the day always succeeds overnight. As it is. A law of nature. It is the law of nature. Okay? As simple as that. It is a self-serving success mechanism of nature and universe, and you are it too. You are self-serving success mechanism, as you are and universe are one. There is no separation in between. Okay? And anything you do or touch is a win and achievement and success. And you are embodied positivity, and there is no other but this concept. And remember again, if you can't fight or fly or run, just freeze, flow, and be. And everything will pass while you are in the flow. As simple as that. And as I said to you before, you exist beyond your thoughts. You are powerful. There is no need to worry. There is no need for worries at all. There is nothing to fear, as there is nothing to harm. You are safe. You are creating your thoughts yourself. You have the power of creativity, and you can decide and choose the color and the quality of your thoughts. As simple as that. Start practicing it. Start practicing those steps today and turn your life into a dream. Practice, practice, practice. Ask yourself if your thoughts are useful and how do they behave. Practice affirmative thinking. Practice affirmative vision. Revise your day every night, either script or self-talk. Do it every day regularly, and that will slowly but surely rewire your subconscious mind and make it better and better and better again. You will feel great. You will want to share love, tranquility, and the world around you will change. It will follow. It will match. I want you to know how amazing you are. You are purely amazing. You are purely positive. You are absolutely unique. You are powerful. You are lovely, genius, and you can achieve anything you want. You are a creator. I believe in you. I love you, and I mean it. And I am here always, just one step of the way. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you being with me. I see you next time.